Crazy. Oh my gosh. Man like Arthur from Batman.
Namaste, dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, hola. Good morning, good morning, good morning, privet. This is Ken at 10. How are you? I hope you're well. As usual, reporting to you live from the outskirts of London here in Norbury, southwest London, which is between Streatham and Croydon, if you don't know. Fantastic Zone 3 commuter area that you should consider if you're thinking of moving and need commuting distance to London at reasonable value with a nice community. How are you? Hope you're well. A few things that are happening at the moment. We're finding we've still got quite a lot of interest in properties, contrary to popular belief. You know, people say, oh, you know, people won't buy anymore in the future. It'll all be rental. It's just not true. And I'll tell you why. There's one underlying thing about the UK that's different from the rest of the world, and that is an Englishman's home is his castle. And, you know, you may think that's a bit corny and cheesy, but it is a fact. And one of the major reasons is the ability to settle. And I know we're talking about the Renters Reform Act, tenants being able to stay for longer periods, but frankly, landlords will still have the right to reclaim those properties at reasonably short notice. And that's right and proper, because if they don't, they won't invest in the sector. The government has invested in the sector, so we need the private sector landlords. But as far as the general community is concerned, we want security. We want to know that we're in that area for a period of time. We're in that home for a period of time where we can improve it. We can make it our home. And we can't do that when we're renting. And sadly, there are people that are in that poverty trap of rents are so high, so they can't afford to save. And so they rent again. And that's really sad. But there are also a lot of people that are in that middle position where they're in a house at the moment. Mortgage payments may be a struggle, but they're still in their family home. Most of these people aren't needing to sell. And my view is that most people this year will not sell. They simply won't move because they're a little bit worried about the market. And one of the problems with that is that it's kind of self-fueling. Because no one comes to market, then there's a problem because there's no houses to buy. And then that person that was going to sell in order to buy that home doesn't sell either. So it is a bit of a vicious circle. And that's one of the things that underpins the market. The scarcity value of property at the moment is quite high. There's just not the supply that there normally would be. When will supply come back, you might ask? Well, I think it could be next year, more likely to be the following year. But I think in the meantime, we're going to have that scarcity value, which pushes back against this pressure from downward prices on interest rates that's keeping property popular. And there's always people, you know, here in London looking to get into the area because they need to commute into London, whether it be for sale, for rent, or perhaps a combination. Some people rent for a while, then need to buy. Some people have had enough of high rental prices and just want to get themselves on the ladder and get started. And why not? And it's lovely to see those first-time buyers coming along. There aren't enough of them, of course, but then there's not enough property for them to buy either. That will start to ease as this year goes on, because we are starting to see buy-to-let landlords release particularly smaller properties, flats specifically, 1 and 2 bedrooms. But the 3-bedroom houses, there's still not many for sale. And that is holding back the market in terms of volume. And we expect that to continue. Here in Southwest London, the weather is kind of nice, actually. The clouds have cleared. It was a bit cloudy this morning, but still warm. And the sun is out. I can see it glinting on the cars across the road on the main road here. And the roads have actually cleared up at last. We're on a busy junction here. And we've always got, well, we've got the fire station just a couple of doors along. So there's forever, you may have noticed on these broadcasts, these sirens are going off. And then there's always arguments on this corner, because it's one of those corners that every single car and bike is trying to get out of, because it's a bit of a rat run. But that's always the way here in the city. So apart from that, we have lots of valuations today. So thank you for all of those of you that have chosen to get us around for advice on your homes. And again, busy tomorrow as well. And even Friday starting to book in. But we do still have spaces. So if you need some advice about your property, whether you're on the market or considering it, remember, we do everything here, from renting to auction to selling. So whatever help you need in terms of your property, if you're getting towards that frustration stage, perhaps where you're on the market, even if you're in a different area, auctions don't discriminate area-wise. We can take you on wherever you are in the UK, and we can get you the best possible price that is conceivably possible in today's market. And there are plenty of buyers out there still, both at auction and in the private market, provided you get a few basics right, and we can help you with that. So give us a call, 0208 679 8601 if you're thinking about that. Or if you just want some general advice, you're not sure which way to go. Just had a call this morning from one of our potential vendors saying he's got a private offer. Should he go with that private offer, or perhaps fully market his property? And the problem is, if you have a private offer and that offer is, you know, is it right? Is it wrong? How are you ever going to know? Well, until you push the button and market properly, you just won't know. And if you want peace of mind, my advice is always the same. Market your property so you can test the market and see what people are saying. And that will quickly lead you to conclusion as to how you compare in the broader market to the average buyer. You'll never know that if you go for a one-off viewing and accept an offer, which could be significantly below what you might achieve had you fully marketed the property. So that's it from me today. Look after yourselves, and if you can, your friends and family. I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Until then, ciao.